Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello,
to a live stream. We got a special guest. We got Mark Creation Studios with us.
hello, guys. Long time no see. Today
Long
we're going to be
time no see. Mark has decided to return for this stream.
yeah. Today we're going to be ranting about well, the newest Skybound Transformers.
Well, I think the title
It
gives
do-
it away.
it actually doesn't. You need to type in the word Skybound, or else half the audience won't understand. Because half the audience doesn't know that the Energon universe is Skybound. But that's just me. That's just me.
So, yeah, the 30th issue of Transformers Skybound has released, and it was terrible. It's definitely on the list of some of the worst piece of Transformers media.
Yep. It's bad, guys. It's really bad. It's worse than I expected. Um yeah.
Dream, you can just throw that out. It's horrible now. Everything that was getting set up means absolutely nothing.
Yep. Everything is now just a bunch of shit. Now, need to be I am going to link you to the website where you can read this entire thing. Or I can share the screen. Which one do you want?
Oh boy.
Man, you're cutting
Let's
out
see if
crazy.
the stream will let me. But yeah, thank you for the Mac.
Mm-hmm. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
There we
There
go. Yeah,
Huh?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, I guess I'm over here now. Yeah, this issue is so bad that it's fucking with Devin's internet connection. That's when you know. That's when you know. Is there anyone in the comments right now that would like to speak? Um, here while Devin is busy, how about we should start talking about it? Is there anybody here that has any thoughts? Because I sure do. I have plenty of thoughts. I have so many thoughts. It's insane. It's real insane, man. Alright, guys. So I'm trying to share my screen, but since I'm not in charge, since I'm not the one that made the stream, I'm not able to share it, unfortunately. I can't present without Devin helping me. However, that being said, we can talk about this. Hello, Mayito Studios. How are you doing? That's good. So, have you read this comic? If so, what are your thoughts?
I'm back.
Hello there.
All right. Let's present the stream. Let's break this garbage of an issue into pieces.
Let's do it. All right. So, first things first, you're going to notice immediately. This issue
What a
is
great
all about
freaking start.
Yep, it's all about Elita. The comic was great, but you think it fell apart? Yeah, pretty much. It's all because of her. And I thought Windblade was bad. I hate you more.
It's all because of girl boss Alita, and I don't care what the show.
Yeah?
Oh, you cut out. I thought it lagged for me for a bit. People, the Shills thought that girl boss Alita was a good character from the start. No, I hated her from the beginning.
Yeah, same.
She was just straight up bad.
So bad. This series has already been.
Even the art style is garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not the worst art in the world, but
that's
it's
funny.
pretty fucking fucked up. Yeah.
True.
Hey, D to the V. Can you let me know when you hear this?
Mm-hmm. I can't hear anything.
Okay, so you said I can't hear anything 9 seconds after I asked that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're very delayed. DB doesn't even know what I'm asking. Anyway, okay. So there is this one scene where it looks like they're gonna make up or make amends, and then Alita just becomes this Karen and decides to assault her leader and boyfriend, if depending on who you ask,
for no reason.
for really no reason. Yeah, and she challenges him for leadership. Now you might be thinking, oh, are we gonna get an arc where she realizes she's in the wrong or whatever? Well, we'll see, because she just keeps on punching and punching and punching to the point where everybody else tries to stop her, and she single-handedly fucking hits Optimus so hard that he goes flying off his feet. Because she's such a badass woman, you guys. And then Cliff Jumper, whose arm is completely disjointed, tries to intervene. He's the only one that actually intervenes, even though Optimus said not to. But I appreciate him trying to intervene. Alita just throws him away like he's nothing. Optimus gets upset about Cliff Jumper and abuses a woman and smacks her in the face, which, abusing women is not base, but smacking this piece of shit in the face, that's pretty base. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for D to the B's reaction, because his reaction is very delayed.
Yeah, it just keeps lagging for you. I might switch to an alt account for this stream. Like
Maybe.
a different user. It's not the first
Yeah, it's
time
alright.
I've been having to do it.
So Elita just keeps on smacking him over and over and over again, and to the point where she starts trying to grab at his chest, trying to open it up and slamming into his chest, trying to pry it open. Because she demands the Matrix. She demands it. Now, let me preface this by saying, regardless of her gender, okay? Regardless of her gender, this is a bad look for a character, okay? Regardless of her gender, okay? She's a female. I get it. You gotta respect female characters. But holy crap, I don't care what gender you are. This is a shitty thing to do, okay? Now, the comic could have made it so where she realizes her fault or whatever, and they almost do that. They almost have her realize that she was going too far, and she kneels down, and it kind of tricks you. It tricks you. It makes you think, oh, she's learning her lesson. She's realizing that what she's doing is wrong. Spoiler alert, that's not what's happening. What's happening is she is scared of the Matrix. Retaliating against her for doing that. She's scared of she's scared of herself for what she was doing, yes, but like, she's not actually sorry. Because as we find out later, she still makes the same choices. She still has the same opinion. She still is clinging to her anti-human ways. which is fine. It's okay for a character to have an opinion against humans. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I am saying is she needs to be respectful. And I'll give them credit. It does look, from an onlooker's perspective, it does look right here on this frame that she is being respectful. However, what we're misunderstanding is that fucking 1 or 2 pages ago, she is trying to tear his chest apart to get the Matrix by force. You can't just say a simple "I'm sorry" and let that be okay. I don't care if you're a male or female. I don't care if you're fucking. I don't care if it was Optimus doing this to Sentinel Prime. I don't give a rat's ass. We can hear. I can hear myself through your mic, dude.
Sorry, my bad.
You're right.
There we go.
But okay, let me know when you hear me saying this sentence.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
It literally switched to a mobile device. This is like the 3rd time I've had to do this.
Well, it works much better now.
Yeah. Apparently my computer does not want to work with my main account, but it's fine running the stream, which is weird. Hey guys, I'm on an alt account again.
Yay! But yeah, so this is a really shitty thing to do, to try and pry open Optimus Prime's chassis to get the Matrix out of him by force, and then be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then later on, it's revealed that she's not sorry.
That snake!
I know, she's such a fucking snake. And so her actions cause Optimus to doubt himself, right? And because of that, he opens the Matrix chassis, the chassis, and he just gives it to her. He gives her the Matrix.
It's so dumb.
It's like if you. Oh my gosh, you guys need to understand why this is bad. Again, if she was a male, I would have the same problem, okay? If this was Rodimus, if this was or Hot Rod, if this was Bumblebee, if this was Ultra Magnus, if this was Jazz, it would be the exact same problem. So fuck you if you call me sexist. It has nothing to do with her gender, okay? It has nothing to do with that. Okay?
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't. Because he literally says only the Matrix can choose the Prime, and then he just gives it to her before it chooses. But I don't know. Is the Matrix making her into a Prime with wrinkles?
They're doing the same thing with Alita that they did with Rodimus when Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime.
Right. But I would argue that this is done way worse.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 times worse. Rodimus was amazing compared to this.
I was about to say, you might disagree with me, you might not. People might disagree with me, but Rodimus Prime is the true 15th Prime.
I mean,
and he will always
be. Compared to Alita, yes, he is. So now, as it just showed, he is now back to being Orion Pax, or I'm sorry, Optimus, because we can't use the name Orion Pax. I don't know why.
I'm pretty sure Orion is still trademarked by Hasbro. Like, they did a whole 2-pack of Orion and Alpha Trion like 2 to 3 years ago.
They did, yes. So And then they literally have the gall to have the Autobots bow before her. They don't do this to Optimus ever. You never do this to Optimus.
This is just straight up not Autobot at all, because if you compare, this is more of a Decepticon behavior, and we know this is a Decepticon behavior, especially in this universe, because they did the same thing in that one issue, in issue 7 or 8, where Soundwave challenged Starscream to leadership of the Decepticons.
I know, it's so terrible.
Like it doesn't make any sense for the Autobots to bow, because the Autobots are about the faction of freedom. Optimus would never want his faction to bow to him, because he doesn't view himself as a king or a dictator.
And
unlike Megatron.
Don't you fucking dare type in the comments, "Oh, they're just being humble. Don't you understand?" No, this isn't humility. This isn't being humble. This is being subservient.
What a terrible character design for Alita has. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it looks like one of my fan fiction drawings from like 2015. That when I used to draw Transformers.
It's just like, how do we make this Alita Prime cool? Just take the old design, give her some wrinkles, throw on a jetpack.
Hell yeah, let's do it. This is so stupid. And you want to know what makes this even worse? She turns around and decides her first order of business, her first command, before she even says, "Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for, I hope I can be a good prime to you all. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. Let's kick ass and chew bubblegum," or whatever. She doesn't do that. Instead, her first order of business is to fucking banish Optimus from being an Autobot, and saying that anyone that follows him is also not an Autobot anymore.
Yeah.
Does this sound familiar, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Does it sound familiar to any of my fans out there?
Yeah, that is something that I've been meaning to bring up to you since they supposedly were starting this arc. Like, they ripped off your series.
I mean, I'm sure Robert Kirkman hasn't watched my silly little series, but like, man, when I did this exact same arc, I made it very abundantly clear to an obnoxiously funny degree that Rodimus was in the wrong. I made it abundantly clear that he was wrong. Now, it's okay to go the angle of having it be like a middle ground, you can, blurring the lines bullshit. It's okay to do that, but it's not okay to do it when it doesn't make sense. And you can't just betray Alita's character like this. This is character assassination. Even Alita in this very series wasn't like this. She was cold, yes. She didn't give a fuck about humans, yes. But she wasn't a fucking bitch.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. Alita's not a good Autobot. No, not here.
Not anymore.
She's not been a good Autobot in a long time.
It's so sad because I like Alita G1. I like her in the Warp for Cybertron trilogy.
Yeah, that was the last time she was actually good, was the Netflix trilogy. But then Trash Spark came and changed everything. And then every Alita going forward took those character traits.
Yeah, and it's like, it's the worst thing ever because the same thing happens in Cyberworld. She's a fucking cunt.
Yeah, she is awful.
She just won't stop being snarky. I know snarky is a character trait, and I'm not saying that someone that's snarky is a bad person. I'm snarky,
Yeah, there are
but
plenty of characters in franchises that are snarky.
But like, there's a difference between being snarky and being disrespectful. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many things wrong with just this paragraph right here. I command all of you to accompany me to Cybertron immediately. You're all needed there. I will spare none of you. If you choose to stay with Optimus here, you will be Autobots no more. What the fuck are you on? What the fuck drug was in that Matrix that made you like this? What do you mean?
Wait, hold on. If there's a drug in the Matrix, that means Sparkplug was smoking something before he went in the Matrix.
Yeah, the Sparkplug smoked it. Oh yeah! Oh my god, that's a good point. Wait, hold on. That's something that I haven't seen anybody bring up yet. Does that mean now she's gonna get Sparkplug visions?
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so stupid.
Because she didn't even know who Sparkplug was.
Yeah, no.
Are they gonna? Oh no, I think I know what they're gonna do. Oh no, I know what they're gonna do. I know what they're gonna do.
Oh no, what's your theory? I gotta hear this.
My theory is that they're gonna have her get those experiences, and through Sparkplug's experiences that Optimus used to have, those little flashes of seeing his child instead of whoever he's looking at, she's gonna start getting those experiences, and that's what makes her realize that humans are just like Transformers, and that they matter.
Oh my gosh, you might actually be right. They might actually do that.
That might be where they're going with this. I would not be surprised. And honestly, fuck you, show.
Also, why did the Matrix change Alita? She's not worthy of it. Yeah, they totally broke the rules of the Matrix.
Yeah, it should have. I mean, I know it only happened in TF1, but it should have disintegrated, or at the very least stopped working.
Yeah,
or
it should have.
Like in G1, you can't open it.
Yeah, what happened to Scourge? Just turned him into a bloated mess.
Yeah.
Imagine if Alita went from just Alita to this ugly blob.
You know what? That would be funny, yeah. So they remove their Autobot signals. Everybody that
they go full RID 2015, but that show it actually felt a bit earned. Unlike this is BS.
Now remind me, what happened in RID 2015?
Okay, so you remember Steeljaw?
Remind me and the audience. Yeah, I remember Steeljaw.
Okay, so in RID 2015, when Steeljaw was introduced, he wanted to create like a whole new faction, and what he did take away, no longer be a Decepticon. So he scratched his symbol to symbolize a new age.
Right.
But granted, it doesn't work here, and also this X thing looks stupid, where the claw marks on the Decepticon logo actually looks cooler.
Yeah, I agree.
And oh boy, here's Mark's favorite part.
Oh, I hate this. I hate that they're building it up to where they're going to resurrect Ratchet and Bumblebee. Jesus H. fucking criminy Christmas. Why can a single goddamn character in this stupid comic just die and stay dead? Why? I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need Derek J. Wyatt back.
Here's the thing. I'm going to go super extreme on this. The only way they could fix this series if they bring Johnson back and also retconned this issue. Maybe the 3 previous issues before it as well.
Well, yeah,
That's the only way you can fix this.
What you guys got to remind me? What was? Hey, Prime Vault, how you doing?
Hey, Prime Vault, what's up? It's nice to see you in the chat.
Yeah, nice to see you, buddy. So, you guys need to remind me. What was the issue where Robert Kirkman took over? I can't remember, but like, whatever issue that was, that's where you need to start retconning everything out.
Oh wow, Mark's going even more extreme than I am.
I'm going complete AWOL here. I fucking despise this new arc. I've been keeping quiet about it for a while. It's been a slow burn. They make stupid decisions every fucking comic. They had Megatron be a cannibal for some reason. They had Skywarp after all of the supposed, like, or not Skywarp, sorry, Starscream after all the development. They just have him either die or supposedly die. Like, we don't even know if he's dead, but he may as well be dead.
This is Alita 1 in the name only.
Yes. In name only.
Name only and design only.
Like,
but
here's the thing. My sister Kira voiced Alita in my series, and I killed off Alita way too early. I would love to have Alita come back and actually matter to the story. But like
after
this, I'm starting to feel like maybe it was a good idea to just kill off the character. I don't think even Kira would like this arc.
Yeah, no.
My sister, I don't think so.
Funny enough, before we did the stream and I called Mark privately, I was telling my brother, I'm like, yeah, you remember that Skybound Transformers series I was talking about? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, they messed it up. It sounds like they messed it up. They messed it up big time.
Yeah, they fucked this up so bad, dude.
But
they fucked it up so bad that they even got people like TF Hype Guy criticizing it. That's when you know it's bad.
Frickin' TF Hype Guy, you know. Yeah. The guy who killed Transformers 1, the guy I made a whole video on.
Yep.
Let's see. Like I said before, TFA, as much as I love it, did remarkable damage to the Alita's character. I think I responded
retroactively, sure. But I don't think that was Animator's intent at all.
No, and even then, Alita wasn't entirely ruined and animated. As I said before, Trash Spark is what started this.
For me, it goes back as far as like, because even in Warp for Cybertron, as much as I enjoyed her character, she's kind of a bitch in that show too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing is she had a reason to. Because Optimus in that show is a fucking dumbass.
Like,
and he's a slob. He's more of a slob than I am. So,
same here.
Yeah. So, like, I genuinely don't blame her for being kind of a dick in some cases in the Cybertron trilogy. I despise Alita 1 in Cyberworld and Earthspark. I despise her. Again, not because she's a woman, okay? I despise most of the cast in both of those shows. Both men, women, and they-thems, okay? I despise so many characters in both of those shows. It's insane, okay?
Yeah.
Not just women, okay?
Like, Alita used to be cool. like just ever since she was created in G1, she
See,
was technically the first female Transformer.
I would
Well,
like to
saying technically because RC did kind of come first in concept.
in concept, sure, but like the thing is Alita one appears first is the thing. But I know what you mean. Sorry, my dog came in. My dog came in because she could hear me yelling and yelling. Sorry. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so it's like here's the thing about Nightshade. He's not a bad character.
He's
It's
just
just
boring.
he's boring, and the politics around it makes it hard to like. But that doesn't make him a boring character. It doesn't make him a bad character. I'm okay with. I'm okay with what's the character? Well, I can't remember their name, but
Shredhead.
Shredhead. Yeah, I'm okay with Shredhead.
Shredhead's been fine so
I
far
mean,
in this series.
very overpowered, just like the rest of the Autobots. But yeah, Shredhead is fine. Like again, not because Nightshade's a they them. Nightshade just felt very forced.
Well, yeah,
But
especially since it was a kids show. Nightshade would have been
I
a
mean,
better off.
I know we might
Maybe.
disagree a little on this, but like I don't. To me, it doesn't matter if it's a kids show. The problem is that they wrote it in such a way where they made it obnoxious. They literally had another non-binary character walk up to him, meet him, and say,
Oh
"I,"
my gosh, that
and
scene was
say
so stupid.
that, yeah, say the thing where she's like, "Yeah, we can't trust anybody that's not other non-binary people."
I only trust my
Whatever it is she says.
fellow non-binary friends.
Yeah, like whatever it is she said. She said something like that, and it was so dumb. Like, again, I'm okay with the non-binary characters. I really am. Bring them on. I love them, but don't force it down our throats. But anyway, Shredhead is fine. Okay, Shredhead is fine. That's my proof that I'm not a transphobe. Okay, or homophobe, whatever phobe it is. Okay. Anyway,
not even using the term right anyway.
Let's use Thundercracker as an example of character, not assassination, waste, character waste. Literally just became an Autobot 2 or 3 episodes ago. Already, he is no longer an Autobot anymore. He has now been stricken. And somebody made a very good point on Twitter. Ain't no way a infant Shredhead and a Decepticon Trader, Thundercracker, are more fucking loyal to Optimus than Jazz.
Yeah, especially Jazz, because in most iterations, Jazz is one of Optimus's oldest friends.
So I was just playing Transformers the game the other day on my PS3. And I was playing with my little brother because he loves that game. And he pointed out to me that it's always the leader of the Autobot or leader of the Decepticons commenting on your progress in that game. But when you're being Optimus or Megatron, it's their second in command. And for the Decepticons, Starscream, of course, he's always talking to Megatron, being like, Megatron, go do this or whatever. When it's Optimus, guess who it is? It's not Ironhide. It's not Bumblebee. It's not Ratchet. It's Jazz. Like, Jazz has always been the first in command since even G1, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure he was, like...
I'm sure, I'm pretty sure... correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he was. I mean, I know that Prowl was also second in command in some continuities back in the day, but
I think it was mostly Jazz.
Yeah, I think
it was Jazz or Ultra Magnus.
Usually,
yeah.
Magnus was that man's prime.
Real quick.
Oh yeah, Magnus. Yeah, Magnus abandons them. Fucking Fire Brothers said that this made sense. I disagree. Fire Brothers is wrong. I disagree with him strongly.
We've called Fire Brothers a sellout on this channel so many times.
I'm not calling him that because I don't want to have any beef with him. I'm not calling him that. All I'm going to say is I disagree. I think Magnus should have stayed with Optimus.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus is also a good friend of Optimus.
Also, really? We're going to have Bulkhead be one of them? Really? Okay.
We had Bulkhead introduced in issue 27, and he's already leaving?
I know. And all we have left is a convict of the Decepticon hierarchy, a newborn, a OC version, cross version of RC and Magnus, 4 aerial bots, Beachcomber, a guy who doesn't give a shit about war, so he's going to be useless, Wheeljack, Cliffjumper, 2 humans that can't do shit, and a maskless Optimus. Again, not called Orion Pax. He is Optimus.
Yep. Ultra Magnus will never leave the Autobot Optimus' side. I agree. He never would.
Even this version of Ultra Magnus, I feel like, if anything, this version of Ultra Magnus would stick with Optimus. I mean, really think about it.
Oh my gosh, you're right, because, I forget what issue it was, but Optimus was, not Optimus, Ultra Magnus was willing to fight for Optimus while he was recovering from his injuries. He said, we will hold the line. And, yeah, I said that earlier, too. Yeah. Rodimus is the true 15th Prime. Fight me.
They literally had, somebody in one of the Discord servers I'm in said that Prime basically got emasculated. He got his cock ripped off.
Yep.
And
that's true, he did.
And now the female character owns it. Again, doesn't matter if she's female. I'd be mad if it was Rodimus too. Which is why I wrote that in my series, because I knew people would understand that it's a wrong thing to do. You're not supposed to do that. I have a whole plot line. I'm sorry I keep on talking about my show so much.
No,
I have my own series where Rodimus literally, he's not going to be able to use that Matrix. Ever. I'm just saying. That's not even a spoiler. That's just a given. He's not going to be able to use that shit. Whereas Alina now has the Matrix and also Sparkplug's consciousness, apparently, even though they've never met.
Even though they would never do it, it would be funny if Hot Rod just came out of the Void Rivals series just to take the Matrix away from Alina. We get Rodimus Prime back.
You know what? I would prefer that over this.
Because he is in the Void Rivals series. Now, I haven't gotten that far. Actually, no, he was in that first issue. The only one I read, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to read the rest of it anyway.
No, not after this bullshit. I'm not. Well, I mean, I'll show D to the V the issues as they come out of this, but or at least maybe for a little while longer. But my faith in these comics is done. I'm not buying another comic. I'm not supporting this series anymore. I think this is the worst decision that has ever been made in the history of Transformers fandom. And I'm not even kidding. Not fandom, mythos. I'm not even kidding. Let's go through it, shall we? G1. The worst thing they did was kill off Optimus without realizing that the repercussions of the fans. And then to the fans. And not just Optimus, but most of the cast they killed off in that movie. Okay.
Yeah, they
Um,
did.
that was the issue. Rodimus was not the issue. He was a byproduct of the issue, but he was not the issue. Um, which is why I disagree with people that actually unironically hate Rodimus. I just hate Rodimus for the shits and giggles. I don't actually hate him. But
No, I've always liked Rodimus
yeah,
as
he's
a
fine. He's a
character.
fine character. Um anyway, Beast Wars. We're skipping G2 because I've never read G2.
I
The
really want to now. I really want to.
Yeah, Beast Wars. What did they do? What was the worst thing they did? They brought Dinobot back as a clone. Dinobot 2, Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
yeah, they did, and then they did nothing with him.
Yeah,
And it
that's
sucks because there was a cut plot line where you would have gotten his memories back for a tad bit, but
yeah,
that never happened.
yep. Beast Machines. The worst thing it did was alienate the entire fan base. That's the worst thing that it did. Let's see. RID 2001. The worst thing that it did, in my personal opinion, is make Ultra Magnus a dick. I'm not mad about it, but I'm sure a lot of people back in the day were mad about it. Armada. What was the worst thing that Armada did? They brought Optimus back. In my opinion, they should have kept him dead. And again, I love Armada. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows. They should have brought him back. Energon. What was the worst thing Energon ever did? Devin, what do you think?
I mean, people would say just existing, but
Right, my friend.
I would just say bringing Unicron back two separate times.
Yeah, me too. They brought, yeah. Devin has a point. They didn't just bring Unicron back. They brought Unicron back twice in one 52 episode long show. They brought him back twice.
And then they proceed to not use him at all
Yeah.
in Cybertron.
However, Primal just brought up a very good point. I rescind my comment about Unicron. The worst thing they did was Starscream's character assassination. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, true that they did do
Starscream
massive damage to
Starscream and Demolisher were both heavily destroyed in that show. Cybertron. The worst thing that Cybertron did, in my personal opinion, was try to make it connect to Energon and Armada. Now, that's only a problem in the English dub. In the original Galaxy Force version, it's not connected. But in the English dub, they literally reanimated parts of the finale to add in the characters from the previous two shows just to tie it in.
Yeah, they didn't really do a good job connecting it.
Yeah. Worst thing that the Bayformers did. Ooh, TLK.
TLK for sure.
That's all I'm gonna say is TLK. Well, you could argue the worst thing is continuing After Dark on the Moon, but I'm not gonna do that. But
I sort of agree, but again, I like Age of Extinction.
I like it too. It's fine. It's a fine movie. So the worst thing that animated did. What was the worst thing that animated did?
That's hard. I mean, no, that wouldn't even count. I would say like they messed up the lore of the Prime and Magnus, but even then, that wasn't that big of a deal.
No, the biggest deal people had was that Optimus wasn't the leader back then.
Yeah,
that was people's biggest gripe. To me personally, that wasn't the issue. The main issue was there were at least in season 1, there were too many human villains and not enough Decepticons for a while. Um, to the point where my little brother, when I tried to show him the show, he got too bored, and right before Megatron's return episode, he quit the show. I'm not even kidding. He quit it. He quit after the uh pink princess character, Princess Poof or whatever.
You
He
know
quit
what?
after that
Fair.
episode. Yeah, fair, but still. Um, next thing. Okay, next thing is Prime. Transformers Prime. What was the worst thing Transformers Prime did, Devin? What do you think?
Um,
Because I'm actually racking my head. I can't think of anything right now.
yeah, it's hard to think of Prime because it's such a good show. Um, I would
I
say
have
maybe
one.
killing Skyquake, maybe.
I have an. Wow, that was the exact opposite of what mine was.
Actually,
My
yeah, yours.
Mine is they do not like killing off characters,
Okay, yeah, that's actually a really good point.
especially when they're Autobots. They
Yeah,
just
like the
not
only Autobots that died in Prime were Cliff Jumper,
like.
Tailgate in a flashback, and also Sea Spray in a flashback. Which it turns out in the original version of season 3, he was somehow going to survive, and I'm
Yeah,
glad they cut it.
yeah. Can
Even
we
though the
see
concept they had
Easter?
for it sounded awesome.
Yeah. Um. Oh, what's that? Rescue Bots. The worst thing they did with Rescue Bots was make it preschool. Anyway, Rescue Bots, Rescue Bots Academy, same thing. The worst thing they did with RID 2015, in my personal opinion, was degrade the writing quality and the
Yeah, when you compare it to
yeah.
Prime, the writing is kind of inferior to Prime.
Yeah.
It's definitely child down a little bit.
Yeah.
And also character arcs didn't stay for that long. It's a hard show to defend.
It is, yeah. Um Now, let me open TF Wiki and I'm gonna scroll through the shows just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Right.
The Warp with Cybertron, all of Cybertron games. The worst thing they did was make Rise of the Dark Spark.
Yeah, that's true. And also connecting to Prime.
Yep, that's the other thing. Yeah. Um, or rather, trying and failing. Because if they connected to Prime, and they succeeded, it would be cool. But trying and failing just made it look dumb. But it's fine.
Yeah.
We still love the Cybertron games and Prime in this chat.
Yeah, we still love them. It's just they still don't fit together.
Prime Wars trilogy. The worst thing that they did was the voice cast. It dragged the fucking showdown so bad.
Yeah, it did.
The Netflix show has a similar problem. However, I think the main problem with the Netflix version is it was not too serious. That's not the word I'm looking for. It was too bleak, almost. Like there's not enough like color, metaphorically speaking. It's too dark, almost. Even though I love darkness and Transformers, it's not fun to watch. It's kind of boring, dull. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Is dull. But like the worst thing that they did, like in the show, I can't remember the trilogy very well. Probably making Optimus a dumbass, like I said before.
Yep, the comic is just straight up awful. I
The
agree.
worst thing, yeah. The worst thing that it's awful. The worst thing that Bumblebee the movie did was basically do a beat for beat retread of Iron Giant and Herbie or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
I never liked that Amnesia stuff. I thought it was stupid.
Yep. Fucking Rise of the Beasts. The worst thing that Rise of the Beasts did was, I guess we should do each movie individually. Transformers 2007. The worst thing that it did was probably not casting Frank Welker as Megatron
Yeah,
for
I
me.
agree.
Because playing Transformers the game again, I'm starting to realize, oh my god, I love Megatron.
Yeah, he's really good in that game so far.
Yeah, I love that. I love that Megatron voice that he has. Rage of the Fallen. The worst thing that they did was probably the twins, even though I love the twins. But they created a stigma that started to stick. And I guess the other thing is the writing. The writing is really bad in that movie. Again, I love the twins, but man, they
the twins are like the only good thing about Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah. Dark in the Moon. The only bad thing I can really think of in Dark in the Moon, it's too silly in some places.
Really?
Yeah, it's too silly. Like there are like the Wang, deep Wang,
the
deep Wang,
racism.
the racist. Yeah, I agree that it's not actually racism. I agree with that sentiment. Um, the worst thing that they did in Age of Extinction, what to me was killing off most of the Autobots and most of our beloved Autobot friends and brothers.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bad thing about that movie. Yeah. I mean, I get why they did it. None of the car companies wanted to continue with Bay after Dark of the Moon, which is a shame because a lot of those characters were good. Yeah, I basically summed it up that way in my Skits and Mudflap video from last year. Summed it up that way too.
And then yeah.
I won't argue with that.
TLK, the worst thing. What was the worst thing that TLK did? I guess right. Well, trying to put Transformers in every historical event.
Oh yeah, that was straight up just awful.
That entire sequence was what broke me when I first watched it in theaters. I can't. I can never get over it. It was.
Yeah, that is true, Prime Vault. I remember the last episode I saw of Headmasters was when Prime died. I'm like, seriously, guys? You killed him again?
Yeah, the worst thing with Headmasters, yeah. I'm only going through the shows that I've seen, but yeah, Headmasters. The worst thing about Rise of the Beasts was bringing Unicron into the picture.
Yeah, I felt like Unicron could have just stayed in the beginning of the movie, and maybe that one scene with Scourge, but bringing him into the final battle was where I'm like, yeah, no. They should have saved the Unicron battle for one of the future movies.
All right, man. Are you ready for this?
All right, let's do it.
Earthspark.
Oh boy!
And don't say Nightshade, okay?
I just want to do it for trolling purposes.
Right. But what was the actual worst thing that Earthspark did? I kind of agree. I also think the worst thing that they did was they set up things and failed to deliver.
I mean, I guess that is true because if you do compare like season one to the other three fake seasons, or I should
Yeah,
just say each season apart from each other, like they do not connect
they no.
very well. I don't know what happened with Trash Spark, but or Spark Optimus and Alita and RC. Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And okay, next one, Transformers One, the Josh Cooley film. The worst thing Transformers One did was, well, besides the marketing, I guess,
Yeah,
um, was oh, what was the worst thing lore wise that it did? I guess making Alita a bitch.
yeah.
and then and
Alita.
then making it subtle enough to where people like TF Hype Guy can't see where you're coming from and immediately think you're sexist for having any issue with it.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've seen in my comments too when it came to the Alita problem was like they tried justifying her, but like
Mm,
no, she's just an awful character through that whole movie. Like I remember when we talked before I went to go see the movie myself in theaters. You're like, there's gonna be one moment with Alita, you're not gonna like it.
yeah,
And then I came out of the theater. I'm like, I just hated her character as a whole. I thought she was awful from the start
right. Well,
because
the
like
thing
she's
is,
just so selfish in the
she
beginning,
really is.
and,
Yeah.
and she doesn't justify herself
Well,
of redeeming
the thing
herself as
is,
a good
she doesn't.
character.
Yeah, she doesn't learn from her mistakes, and that's the bad thing about this Selena one right here is in this comic is she doesn't learn.
Yeah,
Optimus is the one that has to learn.
and I'll say this about TF1 Alita, and I'm probably gonna wash my mouth out with soap after this stream, but Alita sorta did try to help Optimus. She sorta did.
Damn, guys. Devin is having an aneurysm. There is no way he's saying this with a straight face.
Again, I hate saying it because again, I hated her character, but
I can tell it's causing you great pain. I can tell.
even with that, you know what I'm gonna say, even with that retarded scene with Alita saying "I'm better than you," like she
Yeah.
was still at least trying to motivate Optimus to rise up and try to save his friend
Yeah.
from certain tyranny from Sentinel Prime.
Oh my god, dude. Speaking of which, Cyberworld, I think is the worst thing that they did in Cyberworld, for me at least, is the relationship between Optimus and Alita, or lack thereof.
Yeah, I would say that or the runtime. The runtime in Cyberworld is awful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then we can't answer Wild King because because we don't know completely what the Japanese version was like.
Right. I guess the worst thing about Wild King is they just look like toys moving. They don't.
Yeah. I mean, so does
But,
Cyberworld.
well, Cyberworld looks more like CG. Wild King looks like it might actually be a stop motion, but
Yeah, that's true. I
it's
will
kind of in
say
the
that
uncanny
animation is
valley.
slightly better
Yeah.
in Cyberworld, even though I still think Cyberworld looks cheap.
All right, you keep talking about this for a second. I need to take my dog to use the restroom.
Okay. Yeah, of course. But yeah, this comic has been awful. Like legit, I my story was I tried out the series like into like issue 3. Yeah, the animation is kind of awful. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's not good. Um, let's see what did Prime Vault just say. Cyberworld, the annoying bug bot. Oh, you mean Chop Chop? Yeah, I thought Chop Chop was cool at first. He kind of reminded me of Gollum, but just the more he went on, he just kept getting more annoying with it, and it's so stupid too. Chop Chop. Just everyone in that show is annoying. Like, there is not a single character I like in Cyberworld. Optimus is garbage. B is garbage. Alita's extra garbage. I mean, Megatron's fine, I guess, when he was still around. I still don't think he's dead. I think he's still out there.
We gotta bring it back on track, Devin.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, they distracted me. Oh, yeah, and Galvatron. Yeah, that was stupid as well. But I remember issue like 2 or 3 or 5 was out when I started. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually really good. I'm glad I got this. I started collecting all the issues. I had to stop for a bit because of money troubles, but I was planning as soon as I got more money to start collecting them again, and I did for a bit. But now seeing this just makes me regret collecting them. Because the reason why I wanted to collect Skybound so bad was because I missed out on IDW. I missed out on collecting those comics.
Yeah.
And they're extremely hard to find in a good price. And I wanted to make it right with Skybound, especially since Skybound has been having such good potential. But in the end, I regret giving it my money.
Yeah.
Like the $9 and $11 comics, and maybe sometimes 14, all that money just wasted on something that just fell off in the end. I mean, I might still keep what I have, but at the same time, part of me is like, I want to see if I can get my freaking money back.
Yeah.
And I don't even feel like collecting the issues. Like, the last one I bought was issue 26. That was the last one. And I don't feel like continuing on.
I don't think you should.
All right. Welcome to the stream. Just saw this going on. I like Energon Universe when it first started. Didn't love. I hate how they treated Thundercracker. I mean, Thundercracker becoming an Autobot was interesting. I thought that was cool.
I mean, I agree that he should be a Decepticon and not an Autobot. I liked it how IDW Comics did it, where he was kind of not an Autobot, but not a Decepticon either. He was kind of just doing his own thing. But yeah, like I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I get it too.
Faction swapping is always a hard thing to do.
Honestly, funny enough, before I read the issue where Thundercracker became an Autobot, I was like, do you know what would be interesting that Transformers should do? They should make a Seeker go defect to the Autobot side. I think that would be cool. Granted, I would have done like a whole new character, not mess with any of the pre-established characters. But then they did it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking this, and they actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, would have made somebody new, but hey, it's cool that they actually tried it. But what does it matter now? Even though, like, Thundercrackers develop. I mean, like, I know Mark wants to retcon the stuff where what's his name took over.
Robert Kirkman.
But I liked the Thundercracker stuff.
Too. It's just that there's so many other things that they did wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. But I hate what they've done to Aaliyah too, with making her insane. She's just been garbage from the start. I don't care what anybody says. Her character was bad in issue 8. That's where like 7. She was fine. She had potential, but then 8, when she just showed up with the other, it was 8 or 9 when she first arrived. That's when I'm like, no, I hate this character.
Yeah.
She's an awful person.
Fair.
They can't write femmes.
They really can't. They don't know how. They don't.
Oh my gosh, the aerial bots. Yeah, that kind of disappointed me a bit that they killed. I think it was Slingshot. They killed him off. Like, oh man!
Oh man!
But I like the aerial bots. I like Superion. Why'd you do that to him?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no fixing this universe. It's just done.
It's
like
done. It's gone. There's nothing left.
You can't salvage this. You can't.
No.
This isn't like some other franchises. Like, yeah, it was pretty bad, but we can save it still. No, it's all gone. Even the
This was so mad that I came out of retirement on Devin's channel. That's how bad this was, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. This thing reunited us on the same channel again.
Yep. Which, by the way, we are still good friends. The reason that I am not appearing on his channel very often anymore is personal reasons. I'm not really a live stream guy anymore.
We just have different viewpoints on certain things, and that's completely fine.
Yep. Anyway,
I'm still waiting to see a new take on Starscream that's similar to his Armada self. Don't get me wrong, I love Treacherous Screamer, but I'm getting sick of it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. They don't understand how to write female characters. Even IDW struggled with that too. Mark would be more of an expert on that. I've only read a few things in IDW.
They did massive character assassination to almost every character in that universe. To be fair, though, that universe was over a decade long, and every fucking time there was a new writer, that writer would decide to do their own shtick, and over time it became nonsense, to me at least. That's just my opinion.
Think Lilo, Ripley, T1 or T2, Sarah Connor is how to write female. Yeah.
Yeah. Never much.
I think Touch of Armada, Starscream, and G1 Starscream may be interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting. It's an clutter mess. The only good IDW are the ones from 2005 to 2012.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember someone else we were talking to said something similar of how early IDW was pretty good.
No, it was. It was, and then they fucked it all up. But that's the thing is, like I said, that's what happens when you have multiple writers that come and go over the course of many years. It's bound to affect the writing.
Yeah, and especially since that universe lasted for a while before IDW ended up rebooting again, and then that reboot got canceled because of the acquisition from IDW to Skybound,
Uh-huh.
which I don't think I've said this yet on the stream, but I'm gonna say it here. Once Skybound, once your contract with Skybound is close to its end, don't even renew it. Take it away from them. Unless if they're willing to bring the original writer back, even with the issues I have with that guy, at least he knew what he was doing.
Yep. He had beautiful writing. He really did. He's a beautiful writer. These fuckers, they don't know what they're doing.
When Optimus with the mouth is so cursed.
It is, yeah.
That's funny. Oh, it just booted out the comic. That's weird.
Or no, I closed it. I closed it. We're
Yeah.
done talking about the pages. We'll just sit here and chat.
Yeah, we'll chat for a bit with our audience. But, oh boy, that was, yeah, I'm not even kidding. It generally killed my enthusiasm for the series going forward. Like, Skybound, well, maybe not the whole brand as a whole. I'm going to still try to be hopeful, even though it's not looking good. I hope Transformers can rise from this bad state, but I'm scared it might not. And will suffer the fate as a lot of franchises.
Perhaps.
But Skybound was all we had left of good Transformers writing. I mean, yeah, sure, you could say, but TF1 was a thing. Well, TF1 wasn't even that great. It was fine. Just people when they say it's like the best thing in Transformers, I'm like, no, it's not. If you said it was like the best thing in modern Transformers, then yeah, I would agree. It's like if you compared like the stuff after the last night to TF1, it is very much superior in every way.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
What?
What did you say?
I said if you compared the movies after Transformers: The Last Night, you know, like the so and so.
I thought you were saying The Last Night was better, and I was about to kick
No. That movie was a disaster.
I thought I was going to kick your ass. Damn. I was ready.
No, I was saying, like, if you compare the rebooted films with, like, Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast to TF1 is superior in every way.
Uh-huh.
Like, Bumblebee was just, it's always been overrated to me. I don't know why people liked it so much. I hated what they did to Bee in that movie. They made him into a complete idiot for no reason. And I think most of that plot was just straight up filler. It was like the only good parts of Bumblebee were Cybertron's scene in the beginning, Dropkick and Shatter, final battle at the end, and that's it. Rest of it was just filler, with stuff we didn't even need. And I've heard people complain in my comments before, like Transformers movies don't always have to be constant robots battling each other. I'm like, yeah, but like I'm open to not having Transformers fight all the time in the movies. I'm open to that being a little like G1 here and there, where they have background stuff. But at the same time, when it takes most of your plot, that's the real issue.
Right.
And then Rise of the Beast, as much as I like it, it's definitely not a great film. It is a train wreck.
I'm sorry, you like that movie?
Yeah. Huh. I've said it many times. I actually prefer Rise of the Beast over Bumblebee. I feel like some story aspects were better until like the final battle. That then I can admit its flaws though, like how they brought B back. That was stupid, and especially they gave him the upgraded form. Like, wait, that's how you're introducing this upgraded form we've been waiting for? That's how you do it? How you did it didn't even make any sense. How does being
Correct.
how does being powered by an energon surge change your whole vehicle mode? That is so stupid.
I agree.
Or the fact that they didn't kill anybody, that was stupid as well. They should have killed Pablo. That would have been so enjoyable.
I love calling Pablo Hidalgo. Pablo Hidalgo.
Oh, that's funny.
Good old Pablo. Good old Hidalgo. Yeehaw!
Bayverse is better than the reboot. Yeah, I agree. Just Bayverse did a lot of things better than the reboot films.
Uh-huh.
Like, I felt like the Bayverse, or maybe you could argue just the original trilogy, they knew what they were doing for the most part with Transformers. The rebooted films, it's just like nostalgia. Also, hey Zach.
Who's that?
Yeah, kill Wheeljack. Rise of the Beast Wheeljack is not my Wheeljack. I'm not the part. I'm to the part in this video where Lita is now Prime. What the fuck? I'm glad I stopped reading the comics. I wish I dropped out after that whole drama with the writer. I wish I did. Because, like, I expected there to be some repercussions against the series, but not this bad. No, this universe is straight up done. Barely anyone's going to buy anything from this universe ever again.
In this universe,
I'm already going to make a prediction. Comic sales are going to go down after this issue. The comics are going to be reported that they are the worst tanking comics. Okay, maybe not the worst. Marvel's still pretty bad lately. But it's going to be
done. It's gone. It's all destroyed. You killed it. You destroyed it. You had something good, and you fucked it up.
Yeah, this was our hope. Like, even though I would have wanted some new designs personally, I'm sick of G1 designs. I was willing to give it a chance because it was being creative with some aspects, like the Megatron arm. I thought that was cool, like a lot of people did.
And then they made it a virus, and yeah.
So, and welcome back, Mark. Yep, welcome back after so long.
Yes.
Rise of the Beast is meh, in my opinion. I hated what they did to Mirage, though. Basically making him act like Hotshot. Okay, that's a fair criticism. That's fair. Now thinking about that, they do act kind of similar. I personally didn't hate Mirage and Rise of the Beasts.
I did, but neither here nor there.
All right. Why modern writers only do girl bosses? Exactly.
Yeah.
They've been doing this since 2017. Maybe even 2015.
They've been doing it for a while, that's for sure.
I think after a while they will stop doing girl bosses. It's been done to death. They're never going to stop. That's the sad thing. They're never going to stop.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep doing it until all media is dead. That's why I think we need
and blame us.
Yeah, they're gonna blame us like they always do. Honestly, we just need a whole writers' revolution.
Yeah.
We just need to throw out everybody in modern entertainment.
Everybody get out here!
Get them all out. Bring some
Come
more,
on out! Yeehaw!
bring some more independent writers in. I think it'd be better. Okay. Then we got, I think because a lot of modern writers are feminists, yeah.
No.
I'll agree with that. I don't know about Mark.
No. Really? No.
Even kids' cartoons are doing it now. Yep, they've been doing it for a while, and it's sad.
It is sad. Why can't we just have good female characters?
Yeah, it's not
That's
the fact that we hate female characters. It's like there are so many female characters throughout media that people love that Hollywood just always ignores, or they just frame as a feminine,
Guys,
women
here's a good
stereotype.
example. Here's a good example. Look at what Pixar did. They decided to make Toy Story 4, and they made Mo Peep of Girl Boss when they had Jessie the whole time. And then in Toy Story 5, they backpedaled and they're like, sorry, we forgot about Jessie. We'll make the next movie all about her.
Basically.
Promise.
Yeah. If they don't fix the comics, then Transformers will officially become a new Star Wars. Yeah, that's true. It's scary. We're heading towards that direction, and it sucks. I like Delita, but comics have ruined Delita and RC and others. Yeah. I mean, RC was fine in Skybound. She was okay. Way better than her Trash Spark counterpart, that's for sure. I didn't like her Trash Spark version. And you can't compliment because they call you a misogynist.
Yeah, exactly. You can't compliment, you can't criticize. What do you guys want?
Anything we do, and if you're just a male, you can't do anything. You're just a misogynist.
Yeah.
Well, I control.
You can't even ignore them either, because then you're fucking being rude or whatever. I can't remember.
They'll complain. They'll go like, "We don't want white men watching our stuff or reading our stuff." Okay. Why aren't men watching this and reading our stuff?
That's a real thing that happened, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a real thing that happened on a Washington Post or something. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a real thing.
All right. Well, I control my money not to buy new comics. Yep, I am in the same party as you. And then, sorry for the bad English. I'm not American. No, that's completely fine, dude. I'm an American and I suck at English.
He really does.
So, we're not judging you here. We're not judging you.
No judgment.
Yeah, even Star Queen says it's fine. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Anyway.
In the eyes of the feminists, if a man exists, he's a misogynist by default.
Damn.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yep.
And it's so stupid. I'm enjoying reading your guys' comments. I'm probably going to read a couple, then I'm going to probably end it here. I got some things to do.
I was about to say something, but I'm not going to.
No. You better not.
You know I want to.
I know you want to. Please be respectful on this stream. You can
Yes,
say it after I'm done. When we end the stream. I remember. Okay. We'll read these last three comics and comments, and then Comic, damn it.
I'm done with comics. I'm not reading a single one of those again.
I remember reading an article that said we need female Optimus, Optimus Prima, and all that BS. To be honest, I'm surprised they haven't gender swapped Optimus yet. I figured that would be the direction that they would go for modern progressiveness. Progressive. I figured that's where they would go, would just gender swap Optimus, and they still haven't done it.
No.
But it's going to be a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
I think that's when we know, like, Transformers is truly screwed. And I don't want it to be screwed. I don't want it to become like the other franchises. I want something to live on. That's why I've been pushing back.
Well, too bad!
That's why I've been pushing back, because no one else did it. Okay. So from now on, until something good happens in the franchise again, I'll stick to G1, Beast Wars, Armada, TFA, Transformers Prime from now on. Yeah, I can't argue with you there, Prime Vault. I'm gonna stick to the media that happened before, maybe before the Netflix trilogy, maybe. I would say Earthspark, but not as much as I don't hate the Prime Wars trilogy. No, wait, not Prime Wars. Why am I saying Prime Wars? Prime Wars is awful. I meant the War for Cybertron trilogy, the Netflix trilogy.
Yeah.
But even then, the Netflix trilogy was kind of where it started as well. Please do more late streams. I don't wake up early enough for the morning ones. Yeah, I think in the future I'm going to go back and forth with Guard episodes being in day and night. Because I did enjoy talking to you that one time. I thought that was cool. So yeah, I will take your feedback into consideration. I'll see what I can do. With you, Prime Vault and Bayverse 2, of course. Yes, Bayverse. The original 4 Bayverse movies. I don't care what Mark says. The original 4 Bayverse movies. And then TLK can go jump off a cliff. All right, last one.
I just want to say one final thing real quick. On Twitter, somebody is saying that they chose to exile themselves. That's not true!
Did somebody actually say that on Twitter?
Yes!
No, Alita exiled Prime.
Alita exiled Prime and said whoever goes with him are also exiled. It's your choices. Yes, they chose, but she chose to exile them.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. That is so stupid that someone is trying to defend Girl Boss Alita.
God.
Honestly, a lot of the TF fandom are just brainwashed. Yeah, they're brainwashed. They're chills. They're bad. And they're awful people, too. They do my least favorite thing, and that's cancel culture. I hate when people use cancel culture. I think it's pathetic. Specifically the IDW ones. Yeah, Primeval and Eric have been saying that for a while. The IDW shippers. But I'm going to end it off here. Guys, it's been fun ranting about this new issue with Mark, but I'm going to go. I hope you all have a great night. Bye, guys.
Night, guys.
I'll see you in the next Guard stream or something. See ya. And